we watched the film Ordinary Angels starring Alan Ritchson and Hilary Swank. What did you think of this film?
A really, really strong film and really emotional. It's just really exceptional screenplay and acting from mainly from the two that you said, but all the supporting cast as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's basically about a young girl who has a liver disease, and she's about 5, I think.
She actually did a transplant, so they and the nearest hospital is like miles away, and it was like a couple hours away on the plane to get this liver transplant. Once they find a donor, basically, if they do.
And her mother just recently passed away from cancer, which costs a lot of money for the family to keep her treatment, and now their daughter's sick as well. So they're in loads of debt and financial trouble. And the dad, Alan Ritchson, is just it's about his struggles trying to save his daughter's life, basically. And then Hilary Swank's character comes in, the ordinary angel that the film's named after, and she's basically just gets stuff done, and the things he can't do. Like, she just does it out of the kindness of her own heart, and
Yeah, but also, she's trying to save herself, isn't she?
she,
Because she's an alcoholic, so she sort of uses this as like, a method to take her mind off her troubles and to focus on something else.
yeah, because she feels like she failed her son when she was raising him.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is like a second chance to help someone in need.
Yep. Really admirable. But yeah, it's a really, like I said, it's a really emotional movie, and then the morals of it, really outstanding. Rooted in faith, community, perseverance, hard work, all the qualities you associate with, this traditional American family who's, just trying to make it. Just, just trying to have like a normal standard of life, really. Not even anything extravagant. Just trying to provide the basics for his family and the Alan Ritchson.
Yeah.
And he struggles immensely with it.
Yeah, he just wants to live in his house that his father built, and you just go out and do honest work and reaping jobs and just protect them, basically. Especially after they lost their mother. It's like a really hard thing to deal with for a child, and
Obviously, especially for girls as well, but even boys. It's just the worst thing ever. It's just like, unbelievable how difficult that makes their life. I know me, I'd rather die and you'd rather die and let the mother of your children live, wouldn't you? The man would obviously rather that because it's way more important for the mum to be there for them.
definitely.
But he perseveres anyway, and he's not like a mothering type, is he? Obviously.
No, and that's where the ordinary angel comes in, Hilary Swank, because she kind of offers like the motherly role that they're lacking.
Yeah, yeah. Even though she's not particularly that way herself, is she? But she's sort of like a friend to them, but she sort of like evolves as well in that respect, doesn't she?
Yeah, like she's not some romantic new partner of
No.
Ritchson or anything. And she's not trying to replace him as a mother or anything. She kind of fulfills some of the qualities that a mother would have.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying as like a friend to the kids, not to Alan Ritchson.
Yeah.
She's not really a mum to them, is she? She sort of like goes down to their level.
Yeah.
She's a really, engaging relationship to watch, isn't it?
I must say about the acting, you kind of touched on it slightly, but they're all just really good at acting, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, really. They must have been directed really well as well.
Yeah.
Because, it's constantly... It wasn't like particularly emotional scenes, but they just say things on there and just make you emotional. Just like basic things. I can't think of one. I'm trying to think of one.
Like when he went to the star out and looked at the stars. pretended like an astronaut.
Yeah. That was like intentional, wasn't it?
Mm.
Trying to think of there was like a load of times where it's just like just random stuff. They're just like, oh my god, what the hell? You know, I can't think. Just briefly going back to the importance of community as well. You know, like obviously we're losing that in our modern society, aren't we? Like, everyone rallying around this family who's in need, and that's mainly because of, you know, a lack of faith and religion.
Yeah.
No, you know, like obviously everyone back then, this mid 90s, it's saying, was a part of a religious community, and that's just part and parcel of it, really. If you don't, you know, engage in your community and take care of people, then you get shunned in the religious community, which is a good thing.
Yeah. Like, no, you wouldn't even know that sort of thing was happening, would you?
No, no.
Like, no one would come around to your house telling you about what was happening. You wouldn't find out from anyone. It wouldn't be on the news. Because you don't even watch the news anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
You just find out about it after the fact and it'll be too late then. You couldn't do anything to help.
Yeah, yeah.
It's criminal, really. I don't know why people think this is good to happen to us as, like, civilization.
No.
There's problems all over the world. Like, if you look at Japan, like, there's birth rates are, like, mega down. And
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
and even in this country, they're down loads.
No, yeah, every Western country, the birth rates are below replacement level, aren't they? Yeah. And like the hard work and perseverance of him as well. You know, you as a man, you've got to put your personal, you know, well-being and happiness aside, haven't you? There's no time for you to think. Well, for him in this situation, to think like, oh, this is bad. You know, he might be thinking it, but he can't, you know, act like that. He's got to just go out and do his job anyway. You know, that's what he does, doesn't he? He's just grinding and he could to support his daughters.
Yeah, like, he takes on 50 roofing jobs in, like, 6 months.
Yeah, that would take him like 4 years or something. He was saying, was
Like, crazy.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, I'd be curious to find out how many he actually put away.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's based on a real life story, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he did it. I'd say he got most of them.
Yeah, seemed like it.
Yeah.
Just in general, whenever they mentioned, you know, their religion and their faith, that just made you emotional in itself, didn't it? Like, just because you think, like, you know, I wish our society was like that. Because it's just such a better way to live, isn't it?
Yeah. I think they're going through something terrible, but they still believe, like, in something.
Yeah, yeah. Like that, obviously, he questions his faith, obviously. Because, you know, how unlucky do you have to be for that to happen to you? You know, what have I done wrong? But obviously, it draws a community together in the end, doesn't it? You know, it serves this higher purpose, and it develops, you know, all these relationships they wouldn't have had otherwise. You got to look at it from that respect, really, haven't you? You know, what's happened's happened. It's obviously extremely devastating. You wouldn't wish that upon anyone, but yeah.
I didn't really mention Hilary Swank much, have you? I suppose it's spoilers, isn't it, to say, like, the stuff she does. You just want to see that for yourself.
Yeah. Did you say she won 2 Oscars and then she's doing this? I can just say that, actually. Yeah, so she won like 2 Oscars, I don't know. Was it the 90s, maybe?
Yeah, $1 Million Baby, I think.
Yeah, yeah. And then she took like a really large break, didn't she? And then she's come back recently. You know, she's like, you know, it's like she's never stopped, basically. It's a really good performance.
Yeah, she can definitely play some more characters like that in the future, hopefully.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, we can talk about the whole thing of, you know, this counterculture now, can we? So like obviously the whole Hollywood has been taken over by this like anti-religion, culture on it. And everybody there, you won't find a single person, basically, who's outwardly Christian or would support that. So obviously we've got all these smaller movies now from the, conservative side that are, sort of in the counterculture offensive, aren't they? Trying to get back control. So I think that just makes the movies better when you're the counterculture.
Yeah, because when you're dominating, you just put any old trash out, and the quality just doesn't have to be there because the film's going to make hundreds of millions of pounds. But now these conservative movies, religious movies, they have to actually have quality, otherwise they're just not going to make any money.
Yeah, and we've seen the last few we reviewed.
Yeah.
That have been that, Cabrini. We didn't review Sound of Freedom, but obviously that was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you're making these Democrat, left-wing movies, you're just reinforcing the same thing over and over, aren't you? And everyone's like, yeah, we've heard that like a million times. Like, no one cares. But no one hears, like, every day. Like, in the past, you'd hear every day when you vote good morals, Christian values. But now, you never hear that. It's only if you go and seek it out.
Yeah, definitely. And that's just criminal because these films are really good and, like, because they're attached to this political leaning now that they're not gonna get the credit they deserve because they're like, oh, this was just another propaganda piece from that side.
Yeah.
But it isn't. It's just a story about.
Yeah, that is normal. Ordinary Angels is normal.
Yeah.
And Virtuous is not. The stuff that Hollywood puts out isn't normal. Like, I've never met people like that are in them movies.
So yeah, it's just crazy that people will just bat this off like it's some propaganda piece when it's just not. It's just a standard movie. If this came out 20 years ago, then people would just, they wouldn't say anything about it. They'd just watch it and enjoy it.
Yep. Well, Hilary Swank is raising money to support Alan Ritchson, isn't she, with a business she has, a hairdressing business. Yeah, she just gets all the community involved, really.
Yeah. So what are we rating this film out of 5 stars?
My initial thought was a 5, but I don't know if I can do that. That's reserved like a Top Gun Maverick, maybe. Can we do that? Are we just going to give 5s then?
Yeah. I want to rate it higher because of like what it means coming out now. This sort of film coming out now and how good it is now.
Yeah.
But if this was coming out during an era where loads of these good films are coming out, then you'd say it was probably a 4.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Let's go to 4.5 then. 4.5. Great movie. Emotional.
If this doesn't make you emotional, then you haven't got a soul.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and I don't have a soul because I'm ginger.
Yeah.
Anyway, but even I got emotional.
Yeah, apparently one of the previous reviews he was black. And now he's a ginger black man. But yeah, like pretty much straight from the beginning, 5 minutes in, I was just getting emotional, almost crying. And it just carried on, just kept hitting you, didn't it? Just little things throughout the movie. There's obviously some immense, like, emotional scenes that are clearly written to make you emotional and it just works, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Like we said in the previous Boy Kills World review, we're gonna, gonna get on a deep dive, aren't we? Get into a few of these spoilers.
Yeah. So subscribe to see that video.
Yeah.